thank you very much, and welcome to our holiday concert from the Musica Vera Consort. We enjoy playing for you, we enjoy playing at this time of year, and we enjoy presenting the music of the season for you. For those of you who have heard us before, you know what to expect. For those of you who are new to Musica Vera Consort, you're in for it. We play early music, which is before Bach, mostly, on the instruments that the early music was played on. There are cruel and unusual instruments up here that you'll hear and see during the concert. We also, in this concert, include some of the more modern and familiar seasonal music so that you can hear familiar music on unfamiliar instruments. The first piece we played was a set of 4 gavottes from a collection called Terpsichore. Terpsichore was the goddess of the dance in ancient times. And it's a collection of over 316 different dances, many of which had sub-dances throughout. It shows that dance was very, very popular in early times. There was a tremendous number of dances for all levels of society.
Use the microphone.
You cannot hear me?
No.
Oh, I said that got real loud.
It's on Jack.
This one doesn't come up. Never mind. I'll just talk into it. Does anyone know a rock song? I don't. Okay, so the 4 gavottes were an example of the dance repertory, which is ubiquitous in all levels of society. There's a marvelous picture of Elizabeth I doing a dance called the Volta, where she's about 18 inches in the air, where she's either jumped and then thrown by her partner. The Volta, a vaulting dance. And these dances, ancient dances, hung on for a long time. When you get into the Baroque, Bach used the names of the dances for his non-dance music. So the dance was very important and influential. The next piece we're going to play is another example of old music that hung around for a long time. It began in the 13th or 14th century as plain song, a song that was very popular, that in the Renaissance was turned into not a solo piece, but a 4-part piece, and hung on quite long. As a matter of fact, Bach used it as a choral prelude. So in Dolce Jubilo hung around so long that it is now a familiar Christmas song called, who knows? Good Christian Men Rejoice. So in Dolce Jubilo. Next one is an example of a familiar tune that we were going to play on early instruments. It Came Upon a Midnight Thing. next piece is a Hanukkah piece. It's called Bel Shem Hanukkah. And it's an example of the celebration of the lights. You probably know the miracle of the lights when, after the Maccabees retook the temple, they wanted to light the ceremonial lights, and they only had oil for one night of burning, and it went for 7 nights. So this was the miracle of the lights that is reflected in many of the Hanukkah songs, and even in a simple little game with a dreidel, which is really a metaphor for the miracle of the lights.